Hey, it's Melli Isha back with another video. I'm super excited about this video, but I'm also very scared and nervous, so I'm nervous guided right now. But yeah, let's just get into this video. As you can tell by the title, I have some huge exciting news that I want to share, but I'm just gonna give a little backstory before I get into that. For those of you who don't know me on a personal level, my personality is kind of antisocial, reserved to myself. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like all eyes on me. Not an attention seeker at all. YouTube is like an outlet for me to kind of be social without having to be social, without people staring at me in my face and like, you know, without having those awkward anyways, I grew up super quiet, super reserved. I feel like that hindered me from doing a lot of things that I was passionate about or loved to do or would have wanted to do, but I was too stuck in my head about what other people would think, or, you know, just my own thoughts and fears, like whether it was fear of failure or not being good enough or comparing myself to other people, or yeah, just being super self-conscious. I don't know how I am going to accomplish this thing that I will reveal at the end of this video, but it's definitely just gonna be a God thing. At the beginning of the year, me and my sister were having a conversation and she asked me, like, what is a God-sized goal? What is something so big that only God can make happen that you would like to accomplish this year? Like to make as a, put on your vision board. And I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, I have no clue. I don't know. Like, what do you think? And she was like, well, I thought of something, but you probably think I'm crazy. And I'm like, go ahead, shoot. Like, it ain't gonna hurt. Just, you know, what is it? And she was like, why don't you come out with a song this year? And I'm like, I guess that's not entirely impossible. It's super crazy because I'm not singing on a regular basis. I'm not where I want to be. It's kind of a gift that I've just hindered for a lot of years now, using my personality as an excuse, using I'm not ready yet, or the perfect time isn't now yet, or, you know, just making up excuses, because that's just what they are. Like, looking back, I wish I went to an art school. I could have auditioned for music, and instead I auditioned for art. But deep down inside of my heart, like, I knew I wanted to do music, but I was too afraid to audition. So I have to sing in front of all these people. And so I didn't do that. And then even in college, you know, I ended up graduating with just a general studies degree. And looking back, I totally regret that. Like, why didn't I just take up music? But it was just the fear of what other people would think. Like, people think, oh, well, you can't make money off doing this, or you're not good enough, or you're not the best, or whatever their thoughts or however they were brought up. And, you know, I'm not blaming them, but, you know, I wish I would have went and studied that. Like, how much further along could I have been at this point? You know, where would I be had I not, I can't think of the term that I want to say, but yeah, I just feel like I could have been so much further, and instead I was just accepting being normal. And anyways, I refuse to be normal anymore. I was like, I'm open to that. Okay, you know, I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna do a little research. I have never written a song a day in my life before, but I love to write, so maybe I can write songs and I don't even know it. So just kind of opening my mind to that, little by little, I started seeing things in that area just kind of gravitating towards me. So my husband is a gospel rap artist, and he makes super dope beats. So it's like I have that on lock. He writes songs. He writes rap songs, mind you, but you know, they can't be that different. I'm like, we're gonna figure this thing out. So anyway, so my husband has a song named Cornered that I actually featured on last year, and we did a music video for it and everything. So anyways, I met some of his friends and they wanted him to perform the song. And once they met me, well, they're like, well, why don't you perform the song with him? I'm like, okay. did I really want to do it? My personality was telling me no. Like, I'm not a performer. I don't like all eyes on me. I don't like being center of attention. Like, this is not me. I just worship God, and I don't mind going on the altar and singing with my praise and worship team. But, you know, this is just a little different. But I'm trying to grow. So I'm like leaning into my discomfort, leaning into my fears. And I said, I'm just starting to say yes more often. So I said yes, did that little performance or whatever. From there, they're like, would you mind featuring on one of our songs? And I'm like, okay, yeah. Mind you, in my mind, I'm thinking like, I'm not ready. Like, my voice is nowhere where I would want it to be. Like, I don't know, I just feel like I should be so much further, and I just know that I can do so much better, and I'm just not there yet. But nevertheless, I said yes. And then from there, you do your own music, you know? And I'm like, well, shoot, why not? Why not? I have a husband that can make me beats. They helped me out, gave me a song, so I already have a song. I kind of have 2 songs already, so this has kind of been under wraps, in the works. And so yeah, between my sister planting that seed in January, and then shortly thereafter meeting these group of people who are encouraging me and pushing me and supporting me and my talent and just believing in me, I'm like, you know what, I can do this thing. And then my sister is like, I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had an idea for a 100-day challenge for you, 100 days to you releasing an EP. And I'm like, 100 days? Like, what? Like, that's super crazy. Like, to go from not even being an artist, not being a performer, not having written any songs still to this day, to releasing an EP in 100 days, like, that's crazy. But I'm down. Like, okay, let's do it. So that is the big news. I plan to drop an EP by the end of this 100-day challenge. Like, I just truly believe that my time is now, that time is of the essence. I just have a sense of urgency, and that I've just hindered this and pushed this down long enough that I don't want to regret it. You know, I want to learn from history of other times where I've looked at people who took advantage of opportunities that were made to me as well, but because of my fears, or, you know, not thinking I was good enough until they went and did it, and I'm like, man, like, I could have done that, or I could have done it better, and not in a cocky way at all, but, you know, God will use whoever is willing and ready. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want anyone else to take the gift that he has given me, or to take the place that he has set aside for me. So I'm just really going to be relying on the Holy Spirit, relying on God for these next 100 days, for the rest of my life, obviously, but especially in these next 100 days. And I guess my goal is just to become more confident by focusing and mastering my craft, and by doing this intentional daily. So part of this challenge is documenting every single day for the next 100 days my journey of becoming an artist or whatever. And I truly believe that through my discipline, a giant is about to be born in me, and that God is about to do the impossible in my life. So in the next 100 days, I will be documenting any progress that has been made, any roadblocks that I've encountered, because I realize there will be roadblocks along the way. If you want to join me on this journey or on this challenge to improve your confidence, your discipline, your accountability, and whatever your skills happen to be, whether it is singing, writing, a sport, whatever the case may be. And also just to document the journey, to remember where you started before you get to where you're going. Like, how many times have we gotten somewhere and been like, well, how did I get here? and like wish you could look back and like follow the steps, like, okay, how did I become so successful? I don't even remember what I did. Like, most of the time it is just God, but there are things that we have to do along with our faith, our works, to move forward in life. So I personally just want to remember where I started, as opposed to where God is going to take me by the end of this 100 days. So if you are interested in joining me in this journey, please subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you don't miss out on any exciting news. I am excited. I just feel like, as scared and nervous as I am, like something great is about to come out of this. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. And if you guys have any tips, tricks, or advice that you would like to give me, and you have already passed that stage of becoming an artist, you already have your first single out, you already have your first EP out, and there are some things that you have learned that would be helpful to me, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And I will see you tomorrow for day 1 out of 100-day challenge to my very first EP. All right, hasta mañana. Okay guys, so I almost forgot to mention to please follow my sister, whose 100-day challenge idea this was, Dr. D the MFT. I'm gonna leave her links in my description below, so please go follow her. She is also doing a 100-day challenge, but it is 100 days of nice with a little twist to it. So go ahead and watch her video, subscribe to her channel as well, and join us both.